Maybe I'm a bird, following the seasons. This is what I've learned. I'm different for a reason. Kept the engine on, never stay too long. I'm alright, I don't mind being restless. Something in your...
Hello friends, welcome back to Living with Cambriea, and welcome if you are new. So today we are working in Jen's front room. Now this room has the main purpose of being her craft room. However, this is also where all the kids' stuff for going to and from school are. So this is where I'm starting because this was probably the most hectic. So we wanted to really make this area real simple so that when the kids get home, they knew exactly where to put papers for mom and dad, but they also knew exactly where their backpacks, jackets, and everything went to not only make coming home from school easy, but also getting out the door in the morning. Now, I am excited you're going to see a lot of the kids today because we did get them involved in helping. So as you can see, we have the 4 girls here already, and then you'll see the boys as well because we really wanted to make sure the kids understood this process so that it could be something used every day, and if they understand it, they're more likely to help mom maintain it.
Following the seasons, this is what I've learned. I'm different for a reason. Kept the engine on, never stay too long. I'm alright, I don't mind being restless. Something in your eye made me stay up night. I can see you are different too. Love me like a stranger, like a melody, flowing wild and free. Love me like a stranger.
So what I'm doing here is just explaining to the girls these mailboxes. Jen already had an awesome idea with having these mailboxes, but they had gotten out of control, and the girls and everyone was just putting everything and anything in them. So making the older girls sit down with me and go through their mailboxes and figure out, okay, what do we really need and what can we get rid of, as well as knowing what should go in these mailboxes. We really wanted these to be specifically stuff for mom and dad or things you can't forget to bring back to school. So the library books or special permission slips, things like that, but not your arts and crafts from school, not everything. We wanted to keep this very organized so that it was purely stuff mom and dad needed. It also allowed me to go through and talk to the girls about being okay with getting rid of stuff. So as they were holding on to like little art projects, I would sit down and talk to them like, okay, are you ever going to look at this again? Or do you think we can get rid of it? And I was so happy with how many things the girls were able to go through. She went through all of that stack that I had actually given her and got rid of about half of it when she took it upstairs. So very proud of these girls, and it is very important to keep the kids involved if you want to maintain a clean and organized house, because you know what? Mom and dad can't do it all by themselves.
what you're putting in. All your hopes and efforts.
So here we're actually just going through all the jackets as well as shoes and everything. I had this idea that if we moved the little command station over, we could hang some command strips. That way each kid could hang up the jacket they grabbed for daily as well as their backpack, and it would give a little bit more room on the jacket thing over here, as well as make it super simple so the kids knew exactly where their stuff went. So we're kind of going through and grabbing the stuff that the kids are wearing daily. Now here in Wisconsin, this time of year, you need to make sure you have a rain jacket as well as a fleece. We're not quite winter weather, but it's chilly in the morning and sometimes wet. So we were just grabbing each kid's rain jacket and fleece to put with their backpacks. That way in the morning they can figure out what would be best for that day. And then we are making sure, one, that these shoes fit the kids, and two, that they all have matches. There were tons and tons of shoes down here, and we knew there was probably some we could get rid of, some that could go back in the bedrooms, and a little bit of everything. So we wanted to go through all of these shoes. Now, I know this looks like a lot, but to remind you and anyone that might be new here, this is a family of 8. Yes, 8. 6 kids, 2 adults. So if you think of that alone, that's a lot of shoes. And then if you add, if they have each has a pair of boots, flip-flops, and tennies, it adds up quickly. So I am curious because I've had a ton of people asking for longer versions of these hoarder videos, which is actually fairly difficult because, one, it's a lot of organizing, and sometimes if it's not sped up too much, it can look very boring. But I've also had people asking if they had an easier way to find like each person's house. So like if they wanted to watch just Jen videos, just Chris videos. So I am thinking about doing hoarder marathon videos where I take all of the videos at Jen's house, Chris's house, Jackie's house, but make them into one video. One, it will make it about an hour or more worth of footage. And two, that way you can literally watch all of Chris's story, and then all of Jackie's story, and then all of Jen's story. Let me know if this is something you guys would be interested in, and I can definitely start working on that. I do have a house lined up, but I'm also thinking I might throw in these marathon videos to give you guys what you want when it comes to length, as well as give you guys what you want when it comes to having the stories all blend together.
I'm feeling way too low to start this night, but I wanna get to your bash. Last night you tried to make me angry, yeah, but this time I get you mad. Oh, don't need apologies, enough for this, I'm burning for you. Can't get enough of the weekend. I wanna seize the night like a
so happy the way this little area turned out for the kids. I think it will be a huge help for Jen in the morning and when the kids go home from school. And I think the kids enjoyed it as well. And then when we were done with that, we moved on to Jen's side. So she is huge into crafting and all of that. So we have like yarn and beads and just a little bit of everything. So we want to get everything organized. I am so excited though. I want to tell you guys that I am actually thinking about doing a merch line. I haven't decided, but there is definitely a logo that Jen and I were working on. I know if I do merch, I want to make sure that I am working with a like Jen, a stay-at-home mom wants to just help out the family. I don't want to work with a big company. So let me know if you guys would be interested, and I'll just show you a quick sneak peek right here. So if you guys would be interested in me launching a line, let me know because I'm going to talk to Jen about it. I would love to partner up with Jen and do something like this, but I also only want to do it if you guys are interested. Currently, I purely did it for myself and thought it'd be really, really cool to have like a mug or a couple shirts with my logo on it. But if you guys are interested, definitely let me know because anything I do is going to be because you guys want it and not just because I think it's a great idea. But I would definitely talk with Jen because she is the girl I am definitely going to team up with if I decide to do this.
You came, I was breathless when we first met. Couldn't keep my hands away. I was speechless when we first met. Yeah, you took the pain away. Didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's you, right next to you,
So with the craft stuff, we are literally taking as much out as possible to organize it into like items again. Crafting, I've noticed the big thing is making sure you have bins and containers because there's often just little things that you don't want to get lost, but you want to be all collected together. So having different bins and organizing system is so huge for crafting equipment. So that's kind of what we're doing right now is just going through and figuring out like items. So like all the paint together. She's got a ton of mason jars for different like candles she does. And then yarn and canvases, just all those things and keeping as many like items together as possible. That is going to be key when it comes to these craft. Now, another thing I have to say is, oh my goodness, I have so much respect for Jen. Like, she is a freaking super mom. Having all 6 kids here today while we were doing this, she was being pulled in so many different directions, but she still like powered through to get this room done, as well as making lunch, taking care of the kids, putting them down for naps and starting movies. And there's just so much that happens with being a mom. And for anyone out there that feels overwhelmed and like they can't handle everything, just know it's okay to take it little steps at a time. Being a mom alone is a ton of work, I understand, and that is why I'm helping these families. So don't feel bad. Do little projects at a time. And if the house isn't perfect, the house isn't perfect. As long as the kids are happy, healthy, and fed, you are doing awesome.
Didn't mind my scars and my broken heart. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm tell yourself you need to move on, but when night in the shadows can't ease your broken heart. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind, wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face on all the strangers though, so are you sure that it's over? When you close your eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close your eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. Drown yourself in the smoke, babe. You came to this place to hide away for a while, but we both know that when it gets late, one call away and then you are spending the night.
So, like I said before, I was finding like items. Now, awesome thing is because we went through all the kids' toys, she actually had a ton of these different bins that were holding toys that are now empty because we got rid of so many when we did those the other day. So I am just trying to fill. She had a lot of these smaller baskets. However, for a lot of this stuff, she had more items than would really fit in them, where these nice big baskets really held stuff nicely. So we wanted to keep all the ribbons together and everything. That way, if she needed something, you can just grab one basket and find exactly what you need.
Find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over yet. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over yet. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. It's not over. But you see my face on all the strangers though, so are you sure that it's over? It's not over. When you close your eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close your eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. Oh, I'm slipping away, so don't let me go, nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love haze, so where do we go, nah, nah? Just let me know that I am safe here in your.
So I'm curious if you guys do any crafts. Like I said, Jen does a little bit of everything. I know I love crocheting. That's kind of just like a relaxing, peaceful thing for me to do. But is there any crafts you guys love doing? I know a ton of people love scrapbooking or knitting or all sorts of stuff. And I would love to know what you love to do in your spare time, even if it's just filling out a adult coloring book.
I'm in love, yeah. I'm slipping away, yeah. Just like I am dreaming, walking around in this love haze. I wanna stay in this feeling, but let me know that I am safe here in your arms. I wanna stay, stay. I'm slipping away, oh. So don't let me go now. Your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control, out of control.
So I have to say, I highly recommend if there's an area in your house that you just get overwhelmed invite a friend over, because sometimes just being able to go through like this desk, there was a ton of tedious just like paperwork and stuff like that that can seem so overwhelming. But I guarantee if you have a friend over that you can chit chat with, it makes it go so much faster and easier, and then you just get to have some good times with friends also. So highly recommend, if you have anything that might be a little overwhelming, call your best friend over. Ask her if she just wants to hang out and help you get motivated to tackle your trouble area. And even if they don't help, just the encouragement of a friend, I promise, will make a huge difference. Never be afraid to ask for help. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And hey, how about in the comments below, if you made it this far, give me a thumbs up emoji or just say thumbs up. And I can thank each and every one of you for helping me out so much. But here are your befores and after. I am so excited about the way this turned out. This room may not have been horrible, but it definitely needed some love, and I feel like we were able to give it that little bit of pop and pizzazz that she needed to make this so much simpler. And we talked about some other great ideas for her in the future if she wanted to kind of change things up a little bit more. But if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. For all my returning subscribers, I love you so much. And until next time, bye guys.